This particular video, we are talking about how can you convey your message in the most effective way. So the topic is, what's the best way to record your online courses. Now, one of the questions that you are going to ask probably when you start recording the courses, one of the things that you're going to commonly ask or probably face or get stuck the way I did it, where is like, how should I read the script out? How should I start recording it? I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. Or probably one of the mistakes that I did was, now I wouldn't call that a mistake, but then probably that gets into a category of the learning phase. So when I was doing learning, not a mistake, was I scripted the whole thing out. Come close to me or pass. Okay, the mic's close to me. I'm close to you. What happened when I started recording for the first ever time? Like, I'm talking about the first ever time. I had a Word document in front of me. Everything by word was written in the screen. So I was reading and saying, and literally I was just reading everything. Now how do I do that? I just have like 4 points that we're going to talk about this particular video, and the heading shows that 4 ideas, the 4 points, and anything else, either I blabber it, or I come to the straight point, share a story, convey a message, convey something like that, and just go on talking about it in the most effective and efficient way. Sometimes I go beyond the time that's expected, sometimes like less time, within like 3 to 4 minutes I'm able to convey that. But the point is, there are a lot of ways to do it, and also a lot of stages that you have to go through. Now in this particular video, we're just going to like touch like 4 different ways to do that, and there, towards the end of the day, there'll be just one way that you're going to pick and choose, and towards the end I'm going to talk about the first way. I think, in other words, it can be a first step to recording, and to recording confidently with full conviction. The first thing you do is you script everything down. So since you're also building a muscle memory, you haven't vocalized what you're doing a lot of times, you haven't practiced anything. In this way, the first step becomes your what? You script everything and you start recording. And once you're recording it, generally what happens is you go out of words. You have no idea what story to tell. You will be stuck so many times. You'll be like, now what should I say? You will have so many full stops. Like, you'll be thinking about the things that you have to say actually. Like, you actually have to think about it. Now that's your first step. The first way of doing it. Like, when you are building a muscle memory, when you're doing it for the first time, it happens. That's the first step. The second way of doing it, also, it can be the second step of, from the first step, now you're in the second step of mastering the recording part of it. The second step for you is the bullet points. I am no fan. I still remember back in the day, I think it was my first ever speech that was given to like 10 members inside the hall, inside the room. We were all sitting in couches and like that. But in that day, I was presented with an opportunity to further speak about that. I scripted it out like 15 pages, and I still remember the whole script was here word to word, not bullet points. What I did, I was reading everything out, and skipping so many things, reading everything out, skipping everything. I 100% knew that speech would have gone for 30 minutes. I concluded that in 3 minutes because I had word to word written. I had no space to breathe. I myself had no space to breathe and think and bring the best out of it and convey the message in a very crisp way. I just couldn't do it because I was so focused on the script, and that's not the way of doing it. But then, as you're learning things down, what you do is first you script things, you read it out. Then you have bullet points. Once you have the second step of bullet points, now in this particular video, I'm just having bullet points, like literally the bullet point is the bullet points. Like, that's how it is in this particular thing. Like, the bullet point is the bullet point. Anyways, when you have bullet points, now you can connect to a story, you can share an experience, you can go for probably 30 seconds or 3 minutes, or even for 30 minutes, based on the energy you have for the specific topic, for the specific point, for the specific subject, for the specific domain, stuff like that. Plus, when you really love what you're doing, what happens, also what kicks is like you can geek out on things. You can become nerd of things. When you're talking to a friend, and that friend has asked you a question, you don't go refer to your script. You just have like pointers in your mind, and you just go bang, point 1, point 2, point 3, step 1, step 2, step 3, mistake 1, mistake 2, mistake 3. You keep on going with the flow. You don't read things out, you don't go Google things out, stuff like that. So second point is like having bullet points. The third way of doing is the very I think this is one of the most efficient ways. The third step or the third way is impromptu talks. Now, before recording this particular video, I have a topic and bullet points to it. Great for recording. The impromptu works when you are in a one-to-one session, when you are in a mastermind, where you cannot carry topics to talk about. They come with the questions, and whatever best you have at the moment, you share out with them. I think I love that one piece in the whole recording journey that I've been through, where you get to ask me a question. Great. Okay, I don't have to refer anything. Whatever's on top of mind, I'll just keep on giving you anything and everything that I find is relevant to you as a priority at the moment. Boom. The third way. The fourth way is the worst way, teleprompter. I don't know where I came up this particular term, because this particular term I came up when I was having conversation with one of the members, and she was like, Fazal, I have invested in a teleprompter. I was like, are you stupid? I was like, you are here to help people out. You are here to benefit people out. You are here to create content, create digital assets so that people can learn from you. This is just, you go in the circle and circle, you just go in the loops. Like, you start reading scripting and then recording it. You go all the way to bullet points. You have developed so in-depth knowledge of a specific subject, and then you want to jump into teleprompter where you get to read stuff as you're talking. A horrible way of doing things. I was like, no, it's like a no from mine. It's like, you shouldn't be doing it. Let your muscle memory work. That's where you connect with people. The other day, I must have one of the members, a close member, she sent me a video of Fazal, I'm going to start my YouTube channel. Is this video great? I was like, dude, she did not scripted it out. She was just like, I'm going to make fun of it. She started literally in this way. I'm making a fun of in this particular video because I'm shooting it for the first time. I've got a script, I don't know how many times I'm going to refer it. And instead of value, even if this particular video puts a smile on your face, that's great. That was how she recorded her first ever video. And I felt like, dude, that's such a great way to connect to a video. Because now she's been so honest, so transparent, so authentic in what she's doing. She's literally saying what she's doing, and she's also doing it. The more you connect with the people, and how do you connect with the people, the more honest you are. The more you stop reading things out, the more you're focused on that particular point. Let the mind work, let the brain. This is like the craziest thing that's ever built. Like, man is the best of its creation. Like, use it to its extent. And these are like the 4 ways you can record videos. And the most one of my favorites, like impromptu. But when you're recording a course, just have bullet points. And when you have bullet points, you can just keep on referring, keep on shooting. And few things that I have added over here: start recording things, because that's how you're going to do things. The second, quickly graduate from once you take these first 3 steps in step-by-step format. If you're very new watching this, start with scripting, start reading it out. The more you vocalize it, the more you practice it, and then slowly move on to the next page, like bullet points, and then slowly move on to the next one. Like, keep on graduating as you go. And the last point that I want to mention, an example is better. Give an example than talk about things. When, for example, think about when you are attending a specific class, an offline classroom. You're sitting in an offline classroom. The teacher is coughing, mumbling, fumbling, sneezing, going out of words, making mistakes, running out of words. The teacher is doing so many things. Does he get to take a retake of it? No. They don't get to take a retake of it. And that's where we have built such a great bond with the teachers we had back in the days. Like, why? They were so authentic in what they were doing. And now that we have a luxury of editing, what we do? We record it, we re-edit it, we re-edit it. Then we re-record it, we edit it back again. It's like, okay, that line was like, needs to be edited. We record the whole thing back again. It's like, okay, we keep on doing this. Okay, that 4th time, you probably, when you record, it's like, dude, this script is old, I want to re-script it. So you get into that unnecessary loop that's going to destroy, which is going to be so very dangerous for your progress. Very lethal, way too lethal. And there'll be a point like, okay, I'm not doing it, I'm just moving on with what I'm doing. That being said, what's the best way to record it? Step number 1, script it out, read it out, record it, read it out, record it. Move on to step number 2, bullet points. As and how the muscle memory grows in, you will get confidence in speaking. Third one, start answering questions. The more you answer questions, the better you get at what you're doing, what you're talking about, what you're sharing, what you're benefiting people with. The more you do that, the better you get. So the thing is, stop perfection, don't focus on perfection, move on to progress. You'll be pathetic, probably 10 videos you record, you will be very bad at 10 videos you record. I'm giving you a guarantee, you are actually going to be bad at those things. Like, it's that's the journey that you have to go through. Simple. So once you go through that, on the other fence, there is great stuff. So that being said, thank you so much for making me and this particular video a part of your day. I hope you have learned so many cool things and start recording the video. تسر أسارير وجه صبي سبيل